A very good afternoon, my dear students. Welcome back to Geography class. Chapter 13, Conventional Sources of Energy. According to the reduced syllabus, we will have to learn in the conventional sources of energy about coal and petroleum distribution as well as advantages and disadvantages. Here, natural gas as well as hydel power is not required. Once again, I repeat, only you will have to focus on coal, petroleum. These two their distribution advantages and disadvantages. Before moving to the main concept, just we will learn the definition of conventional sources of energy and we will move on to the main concept. Coal, petroleum, distribution and advantages and disadvantages. That's it. Conventional sources of energy are those which have been used by man for a long time and are still being tapped and used abundantly. Definition is very important, my dear students. What are conventional sources of energy? They are those which have been used by man for a long time and are still being tapped and used abundantly. These include coal, petroleum, natural gas and hydel power. So which are the types of conventional sources of energy? Coal, petroleum, natural gas and hydel power. Except for hydel power, these sources of energy are non-renewable, cause pollution and are costlier than renewable sources of energy. These you can consider as characteristics. If it is asked, give any two characteristics of conventional sources of energy. You can write they cause pollution, or they are non-renewable, or they are costlier than renewable sources of energy. Except, of course, if you mention the hydel power, or if you don't mention, it's not a matter, because most of the conventional sources of energy are they cause pollution, they are non-renewable and they are more costlier. So these are the characteristics. Now we will move on to one of the conventional sources of energy, that is coal, major conventional source of energy. Coal is combustible solid stratified rock of organic and mineral matter. What is coal? It is a combustible solid stratified rock of organic and mineral matter. They are formed in the form of sedimentary rocks. Okay, it is composed of carbon, then hydrogen, nitrogen and also small amount of phosphorus and sulfur. Oxygen, nitrogen and small amount of phosphorus and sulfur. It occurs as a sedimentary rock in association with carbonaceous shale, sandstone and even fine clay. So how is coal formed? Coal is formed due to the accumulation of vegetable matter in swampy areas or broad deltas, coastal plains and basin lowlands. Here it can be formed as two questions. How is coal formed? It is formed due to the accumulation of vegetable matter. In where is coal found? It is found in the areas of broad deltas, coastal plains and basin lowlands. This vegetative matter was subjected to geological processes that resulted in physical and chemical changes. The mass of vegetative matter was probably changed into coal by heat and pressure generated. Here which plays a major role? Here heat and pressure, both temperature and pressure which is generated causes to form as the vegetative matter probably changed into coal by the heat and pressure, by the increasing weight of overlying sediments and also by the movements of the earth. In this way, the vegetative matter will be changed as the coal due to the heat and pressure which is generated overlying sediments. Next, depending on the amount of carbon, moisture and volatile matter, coal can be classified in 4 types. And before that, moving to the types, I would like to explain you the distribution of coal which has been given in your textbook in the next page. Just distribution we will discuss, my dear. Then later in the next slides, I will explain different 4 types of coal, that is anthracite, bituminous, lignite and peat. Before going to that 4 types of coal, I have mentioned here on the screen about distribution. India ranks 3rd in the world after China and USA in coal production. Once again, the India ranks third place after China and USA in coal production. The oldest coal field in India is in Raniganj in West Bengal, and the largest coal field is in Jharia in Jharkhand. Both are very important. Oldest coal field and largest coal field. Both are important, my dear students. And in India, largest coal field is in Jharia in Jharkhand. If it is asked in South India, which is the largest coal field, where are the coal deposits are deposited, largest coal fields are deposited in South India. If it is asked, Neyveli lignite field in Tamil Nadu is the largest lignite deposit fields in South India. Neyveli lignite field is largest coal field in South India. In India, Jharia is the largest coal field. That you will have to write as important points. Distribution. India occupies third place in the world next to China and USA. Next, oldest coal field in India as well as the largest coal field in India. In South India, which is the largest lignite field or coal field. Next, two types based on the carbon content. These coal has been, and they based on their age also, based on their age, coal has been divided as two types, that in accounts for 98%, that is Gondwana coal fields as well as tertiary coal fields. Gondwana coal fields and tertiary coal fields, we'll see. In accounts for 98, Gondwana coal fields accounts for 98% of total reserves of coal in India. Gondwana coal is almost free from moisture and contains sulfur and phosphorus in small variable quantities. It is mined from deep collieries and is used in steel plants. And these Gondwana coal field little over 200 million years in age. They are over 200 million years. On the other hand, tertiary coal field are just 50 million years. Tertiary deposits which were found at a much later geological epoch, that is 50 to 55 million years ago. Gondwana coal fields have been found 200 million years ago, and tertiary coal fields have been found recently, that is 55 million years ago. Million, you don't forget. Okay, next. And what are the characteristics of Gondwana coal fields? They occur 98% of the total reserves of coal in India, and as well as they are free from moisture and they contain sulfur and phosphorus. These are all you can write as characteristics. Okay. Next, where do they find? These coal fields are largely confined to the river valleys like those of Damodar, Mahanadi and Godavari. Next, tertiary coal fields. The tertiary coal of India as compared to the Gondwana coal has higher moisture content and more sulfur with less calorific value. Tertiary coal fields are found in Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Meghalaya, Nagaland and Kashmir. Only these points you can write. Based on the age, which is the oldest coal field, Gondwana coal fields, and latest means tertiary coal fields. And what are the characteristics? Gondwana coal fields have less moisture content. They are free from the moisture. Then tertiary has higher moisture content and has more sulfur with less calorific value. These are the distribution as well as based on the age, how they are two types. How can we categorize into two types? Now types of coal, different types of coals we'll see. Yes, my dear students, the Gondwana coalfields or tertiary coalfields, which I have explained you in the previous slide, that is, they had been divided based on their age which have been found. 200 million years ago which have been found coalfields, they are called as Gondwana coalfields, and 50 to 55 million years ago which have been found, they are called as tertiary coalfields. Now based on the carbon content, the coal is divided into four types, that is anthracite, bituminous, lignite and peat. We will discuss about each and every one. Anthracite coal It is the hottest and it ranks highest among different varieties of coal. Then it is shiny and lustrous. Of course, lustrous also is nothing but same meaning shining. Shining almost jet black and is so completely compressed that it shows no banded structure. Then it has a carbon content of 90% and burns slowly without smoke. These are all you can write as the characteristics also. Anthracite is very hottest and ranks highest amongst different varieties of coal. It ranks highest amongst all the types of coal. Then it is shiny and lustrous and almost jet black in color and completely compressed that it shows no banded structure. It has a carbon, very important characteristic, carbon content of 90% and burns slowly without smoke. It burns for a long time and leaves very little ash behind. Though it burns for a long time, but it leaves a little ash and it does not leave any smoke also while burning. It has a high heating value. That is why it is globally preferred for domestic purposes. This is about anthracite coal. Next type of coal, that is second type, bituminous coal. It is also hard, black and compact and makes up almost 80% of the world's total coal output. Of course, other three types like anthracite, though it is the best quality which contain more than 90% of carbon content, it is the best quality, and lignite and peat, those are the output of 20% only in the world's coal output. But in the world's coal output, which contains more than 80%, is bituminous type of coal. But what is its characteristics? It is also hard, black and compact, and it varies greatly in composition and in carbon content. That means there is a variation in the carbon content and composition also. Like, what is the variation? It contains 50 to 80% of carbon content. That's why there will be variation. Again, this bituminous coal we can subdivide into three types, that is steam coal, household coal and coking coal. Steam coal, household coal and coking coal. Then what is steam coal with a carbon content of 80% is the best of bituminous coal. Household coal which is black and lustrous, which is shining, with a fine carbon content varying from 50 to 80%. It has the widest utilization for domestic purposes in India as it is easily available. Why do we use? Here you can generate is a question. Here give reason. The question can be asked as a give reason. Why do we use bituminous coal? Household bituminous coal as domestic purposes in India, for the domestic purposes, because it is easily available in India. And coking coal, third type of bituminous coal. Coking coal is a high grade bituminous coal which has special value because when it is heated in coke ovens, it fuses into coke. An important ingredient in iron and steel smelting in blast furnaces. It is very important ingredient which is used as a important ingredient. What is that? Coking coal. Bituminous coal is used as important ingredient in the iron and steel industries for smelting in blast furnaces. Okay. Next, I have given here some extra information like which is provided in your textbook only, page number 148 in green color box, which is different varieties of coal and the distribution and what are the important uses also I have added here itself. It is provided in the box, green color box in page number 148, my dear students. Here bituminous coal. It is found mainly in Gondwana coal fields where it is distributed. And what are the main important use? Bituminous coal is used to produce coke, coal gas and steam coal, and is therefore it is called as coking coal. Next type of coal, that is lignite. Lignite, it is also known as brown coal, and it is a lower grade coal. It comprises 40% of carbon and a good deal of moisture and less of combustible matter. And where can we find this lignite type of coal? It is found in Tamil Nadu, Rajasthan, West Bengal, Kerala and Puducherry. And what is its use? It is used for the generating of electricity. So when you are learning for the examination purpose, each and everything you will have to learn as a points wise, and what is where it is distributed, what is its important, like characteristics you can learn, my dear, which is the best quality of coal, anthracite, what is its carbon content, that is more than 90%, and what is the other characteristics, it leaves very less ash while it is burning, as well as it leaves no smoke, and it is ideal for domestic purposes because it leaves very less ash when it burnt, and it leaves no smoke when it is burning. In this type you will have to frame the questions. Okay, and second best quality, bituminous, which is the most widely output type of coal, is 80% of output of coal is bituminous. Again, bituminous has been divided into three subdivisions, that is steam coal, then household coal and coking coal. And why household coal is bituminous coal is widely used in India? Because it is easily available, which is a very important ingredient for smelting in the iron and steel industries. You can frame, you can make in this way type of questions, which is very important ingredient for smelting iron and steel furnaces, in blasting furnaces, means coking coal, and where it is widely found, and what is other uses. Next, lignite, as we have discussed. Next we will move on to fourth type, that is peat. It represents the first stage of transformation of wood into coal. It has the least carbon content and it is inferior to the other three varieties of coal. It is an accumulation of vegetable matter which has undergone varying degrees of decomposition and carbonation. Peat, and then what are where it is distributed? Peat occurs on the Nilgiri mountains in patches in Kashmir Valley and swampy areas of coastal plains. And next we will move on to the advantages and disadvantages of coal. The main advantages of coal are the following. Coal is used as a source of power for running machines, trains, ships and dynamos, as you all know very well. Next, it is used for manufacturing iron and steel. Next, coal is used as a source of direct heat and energy for domestic purposes in the potteries and for building materials like cement, burning of bricks and tiles, and in iron and brass foundries, etc. And it is used as a raw material in thermal power plants. Very simple and easy to learn what are the advantages of coal. And we will move on to disadvantages of coal. Calorific value of coal found in India is very low. The calorific value of coal which is found in India is very low. One of the disadvantage. Coal reserves are scattered in small amounts in India, just like they are dispersed. Scattered or dispersed means you know very well that they are just like thrown here and there, very small amounts. They occupy very small amounts in India, that too scattered, not at one place in a like large area. They are scattered, coal reserves. Next, cost of production and transportation of coal is quite high. Next, there are limited reserves of coal in India. Then large scale pollution is caused at the site of mining and place of use. These are the disadvantages of coal.